Okay. Bob, yes, if you're kind
Well,
of...
Bob from Opus. We're just looking at positioning for this server rack, and the considerations I think we should be looking at is if the server is required to be in a 1,000 deep rack, we're going to struggle with the legitimate entry and exit distances allowed for egress and ingress to the building. Secondly, there's a power issue here. There's a radiator there which will add heat in the summer and the winter, and generally noise. What we're considering is to actually put the server in another location within the office, one for security, because we're assuming that it would want to be in a secure lockable cabinet along with all the other equipment. The other location we found...
Do you want to show how just the
server
size?
will actually come out, the server rack at 1,000 deep will actually come out to about my hand from the wall, and either direction probably to around here. It won't give a great level of access to the rear for maintenance, and also obviously we need some airflow being a server rack as well.
And that's just a standard 1 metre deep?
That's a standard 1 metre deep rack, 24U high.
Yeah. So it's going to stick out quite a lot there?
Yeah, it's going to impede the walkway by quite a lot.
Right, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see where we're...
So the other area we're actually considering is adjacent either or to the photocopier that's shown on the plan. The only item that's going to need some sort of relocation we believe to be a filing cabinet that's shown in this position. But certainly here the rack could be turned either way. It allows a fair amount of access. A lot of the cables will reach here, which is we're not guaranteed to get in that position we've just shown you. And this way that everything can be self-contained in this cabinet, network, telephony and server and backup storage and things like that. And we'll get some dedicated power here purely for the server.
Great, and we'll be able to use most of the cables?
Yeah, we should be able to reuse all the cables that are in this part of the office space, up to including the two offices. However, everything else beyond reception would probably need to be recabled back to here due to length of the old cables.
And is that a big job, do you reckon, or...?
Not particularly big. In here it's quite easy to deal with. We just had to run the new cables round, which is a raised floor, it's a nice easy access. So it's not a long drawn out job to achieve what we need to achieve in here.
And probably easier than doing it the other way and the...
Yes, yeah, to actually pull cables up the riser, and then we're left with a length issue, which would only probably get us to where that other server position is, what we've shown earlier, but it's not going to give you much movement because there's probably going to be 30-40 centimetres of movement from what we can work out on the cabinet once they're in the cabinet.
Great, okay. Thanks, Bob. Cheers.